Channel North News is proudly brought to you by the Northern Advocate.
Right, the Whangarei Suicide Prevention Network is basically located in Whangarei, but it is open to the public, and what we do is we invite people to come on a regular basis. The network has been having meetings every 2 months, about every 2 months, and we've had very good attendance at each of those meetings. They've been held at Paea Paki, and we have invited along people who are involved with suicide in some way, or have the skills to pass on to the community on how we can alleviate the incidences of suicide. And examples of that would be, as guest speakers, we've had a Māori kaumātua, the late Tupare Tito, come along and give a Māori view of suicide. We've also had Dr. Simon Thatcher from the University of Auckland speaking about how to effectively work with people who self-harm. And we've had a couple of lovely women from the far north, Taina Piripi and Vivian, come along and talk to us about their Māori model of counselling, which they use with people who have depression and how it could help them. So those are some of the examples of the guest speakers. We've also had the Northern Coroner also come along, Brand Shortman, and talk to us. And the people are telling us that this is what they like. They come along regularly, some of them, and sometimes we just have new people who just turn up because they're interested in the subject that's been spoken about, or if they wish to connect or network with other professional people or groups of people within our community. The project actually ends in June, and the interventions that we have put in place throughout Northland, which have consisted of awareness sessions, training for all people within the communities, that will cease. The funding in the project will end at that time. So what we would really like to see is that perhaps that there is a means in which it is sustainable, and the skills that we have put out there will actually be used by someone else and taken up, and that the Whangarei Suicide Prevention Network will have an avenue in which it can be continued.
Channel North News is proudly brought to you by the Northern Advocate, supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.